What's up everybody, Naresh here, welcoming you back into another video. And in today's video we are looking into vacuum tube power amplifier by a company called Nob Sound. Well, it is very commonly seen that vacuum tubes are used in a pre-amplification process, but this particular product comes with the amplifier, which is the class T, for hi-fi digital audio output, all together with the maximum output of 100 watt with the two channels of 50 watt each. Now in terms of feature, this vacuum tube power amplifier come with a vast variety of connectivity, starting with the Bluetooth, which is 5.0, 3.5 auxiliary port, as well as the stereo RCA input. So kind of covers up everything actually. You can play music from your mobile phone using Bluetooth connectivity, or you can connect this with your computer or television if you want to as well. And a part of power amplifier uses Texas Instrument TPA 3116 chipset, which is fantastic and good enough to provide you altogether 100 watt of power output with the dual channel. Has a easy switching between different sound sources with its audio input selector, and can also adjust treble and bass volume at your own needs. Provides a warm and broad sound with no background noise at all, because it's using the gold plated input and output terminals with the 6J2 wall tubes. Now all detailed specifications, if you would like to know about it, are available in the video description, as well as the link from where you can purchase it too. Now inside the packaging with this power amplifier, you are getting one AC power adapter with the maximum power output of 90 watts, one power cord, one Bluetooth antenna, and 3 of 6J2 tubes, where one of them is a spare for you just in case. Wherein last but not least, we have a vacuum tube power amplifier. Now whole body around amplifier is made of aluminum alloy, which actually give it a premium look for sure. All buttons and knobs which can help you to control this amplifier are available in the front, starting with the Bluetooth and auxiliary port selector, following with the auxiliary port 1 and 2 selector, and the treble bass knob in here, so as the volume control, where with the help of bass and treble you can actually select individually sound outputs as well, no problem whatsoever. There is no button for the bypassing the treble and bass at all in here. Whereas the backup amplifier is divided into 3 sections. First one, which is the input. In here you have antenna input, which is for your Bluetooth, following with the auxiliary port 1, which is 3.5 auxiliary input port, and the auxiliary port number 2, which is RCA port. So you can have an interface for so many things actually, starting with your mobile phone or non-Bluetooth supporting devices, as well as your PC as well. You can connect your television if you want to. Then we have a next section which is to do with the speaker output with the banana clips on it. You don't have a designation for the left and right at all in here. That's a bit of a strange, to be honest with you. Next to it we have a push in power on and off button, as well as a DC 19 volt power adapter connection. Now under the base of amplifier, 4 anti-slip studs, which will always make sure that amplifier is sticking up a bit actually. So for there is a cross air ventilation. Well, let me not forget about the important indicators actually, which are available under the selectors. They will designate you or tell you which selectors are selected actually. So that's as simple and straightforward as that. Right on the top of the amplifier you can install your 2 6J tubes, and honestly speaking, it's a very much less likely you can get it wrong. Now once tubes and antenna for Bluetooth is installed, we are good to go to connect this amplifier with our speakers. Well, here I have my full setup, tubed 100 watt amplifier connected with my Wharfedale Diamond 9.1 200 watt maximum power supporting passive speakers. And honestly speaking guys, these are the one of the best competitive price bookshelf speakers. Fantastic sound output, covers the throughout whole range. Now let's power up amplifier first time and connect it using the Bluetooth connectivity with our mobile phone. For that you need to make sure the toggle switch between Bluetooth and auxiliary is set to Bluetooth option. And now by going into the Bluetooth settings of your mobile phone, where within available devices you should be able to locate PG Miyagi logo, something like that actually. It's pretty hard for me to pronounce that word. Select on it and click onto the pair button after. And once your mobile phone is connected with the tube amplifier, you're also going to see what sort of codecs are being used as well. Now it's time for us to enjoy the music. I will be playing some royalty free music so I don't get any strike from YouTube. Performance test using the Bluetooth connectivity. Now let's check out the auxiliary ports. We are using RCA in this case. Set the mobile volume to the maximum. We'll be controlling the volume from this knob in here, so as the bass and treble too. Now using auxiliary input, there's a huge amount of control and there is no distortion in the music output at all, which we have seen on Bluetooth. That could be possible due to the amount of volume coming from Bluetooth device, but same connectivity, use the mobile phone, only the auxiliary port. It's very much balanced music and way better quality, to be honest with you. And at the same time you can actually control the bit of bass and the treble as well, whereas on a Bluetooth it was very much difficult. Well, now here we are in the end of this video, and honestly speaking, it's not that difficult for me to tell you that using the Bluetooth connectivity on these tube amplifier, I've not really seen a great deal of improvement. Yes, especially on the higher volume side. If the volume is going above 75%, there's a hell of a distortion actually in the sound coming up, which is kind of making your speaker not to perform very well, and sound is horrible, to be honest with you. But if you'd like to play the volume at about 50% using the Bluetooth connectivity, perfect, no problem whatsoever. But higher than that, it's not really great at all. Now, I cannot say the same thing about the auxiliary port, where the music, whatever's coming out of the speaker using this amplifier, was well balanced. Now, as I mentioned before in the beginning of this video, there are three means of connecting this tube amplifier with your devices. For your smartphone devices, the option for Bluetooth and auxiliary port is available. The RCA port can go on your television or your phonos or anything you have. That's pretty good and decent option, to be honest with you. It's not really that bad an amplifier at all, but the sound output using the Bluetooth connectivity wasn't up to it. This is my first time reviewing a tube amplifier, and I have heard that they perform better once they are in use for more than 24 hours. I will be checking them out as well. So if you got any questions about it after my video, you can let me know in the comment section down below. I will be also telling you how they are performing after use of weeks and weeks. I would highly recommend them, to be honest with you. The output I have seen on auxiliary port, but for the Bluetooth, higher volumes are not very good, as I mentioned before and shown as well. Now that would be completely all, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you still have any more questions, comment section is available for you to write it down. And if you're thinking of purchasing this tube amplifier, link for that is also available, as well as a link for these Wolfdale Diamond 9.1 passive speakers. Now that will be all, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Shall see you soon into another one. Bye for now.